Defense.
Yep.
Is this, the state has said that she has allegedly over 8 DWIs. Does she allegedly have over 8 DWIs?
That have been alleged, yes.
Whoa, hold up. Over 8, that's not just, oops, I had one too many, that's a full-blown pattern. The judge is clearly hinting that this isn't a one-off mistake. And in Texas, repeat can mean serious restrictions. Would you trust someone with that record to freely drive around?
Vote or whatever, while y'all are hooked up. All right, miss, are you on docket? Yes, you, female, are you on the docket? Were you late today?
Yes.
No, you were not, so you need to remove yourself from that front row. He doesn't need that kind of support. At least not in court.
Cool beans. Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, we will be competing Oklahoma. So if you see Robert Mauer, hug him. Give him some sympathy. Yes, sir. Court is calling 2024 CR 6359, State of Texas versus Kelly Cotner. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
George Sharman on behalf of Ms. Cotner.
Are you Ms. Cotner?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Defense has filed a motion to alter and amend bond conditions. They're asking for removal of the GPS monitor. State, do you have any objections?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State, what are your objections?
Judge, I believe this is the defendant's DWI for the protection of the community. We think that the GPS should stay in place.
Here comes the tug of war. The defense wants the monitor removed, but the state fires back. Community safety first. Remember, ignition interlock only stops her from starting one specific car, but tells the court where she is at all times. Two very different tools, and the prosecutors basically saying, we need both.
Again, this is for the safety of the community. This is something that has been an issue where when she gets in a car, there's possibility that she could be drinking. So that's what the state's main concern is.
All right. Is she on a ignition interlock?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, no, excuse me. Don't do that unless you're called as a witness. Does ignition interlock address that issue or does it not address the issue?
Judge, again, the worry is that the frequency of the DWI is the number is set. An ignition interlock on one car doesn't mean that she's completely unable to get into another car. So that's why the state's concern for GPS is also to have that in place to have extra protection.
All right. So how will GPS show she's not in a vehicle though?
Well, Judge, if she has any type of full house arrest or partial, we know where she is. We know what type of hours, what her blueprint's going to be. If she's not on GPS and we have no idea where she's going, she can leave her car with the ignition interlock there at her home and then immediately get into a car that's not equipped with the ignition interlock.
All right. So she has put in here, or at least there's a letter attached to the motion stating that she is helping someone go to their doctor's appointments. So do you have any objections to her going to doctor's appointments with someone?
Her doctor's appointments, no.
No. It's to another person, Mr. Eloy Lopez.
Really.
Have you had a chance to read the affidavit that is attached to the motion?
I have to take this real quick.
All right. So, State, did you have a chance to review the affidavit attached to the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still have your same objections?
Yes.
All right. First question, defense.
Yep.
Is this, the state has said that she has allegedly over 8 DWIs. Does she allegedly have over 8 DWIs?
That have been alleged, yes.
Okay. All right. So you've heard the state's concerns.
Well, I would like Ms. Cotner just to tell you why she needs to do this.
All right. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Kelly Cotner.
All right. You may ask your questions.
Okay, Ms. Cotner, just explain to the judge why you need to get that off of you to help this gentleman. Why?
I am currently the caretaker for an elder gentleman by the name of Eloy Lopez Sr. And Mr. Lopez is 87 years old, and he has some cognitive.
Now this is where it gets emotional. Cotner paints herself as a caretaker for an elderly man, feeding him, helping him recover, even being his voice at the doctor's office. It's touching, yes, but in the courtroom, heartfelt stories still have to square up against public safety concerns. Is this compassion or strategy?
Decline, and recently I helped him recover. I administered drops and whole recovery from 2 cataract surgeries. He loves me like a daughter now. I do everything. I feed him. I wash his dishes. I make sure that he does not have any falls. He uses a walker to get around, and he depends on me. And he cries and he really cares for me, and I'm enjoying and getting a lot of fulfillment out of helping this man because he genuinely needs this help. He's hard of hearing, and when he goes to doctors or stores, I'm very gentle and kind with him, and he's not afraid to speak with me, and I can understand what he's trying to say rather than a stranger who might not be familiar with him might yell at him and try to understand what he's trying to say. I've been able to do that with doctors, nurses, and secretaries, etc. And this man loves me like a daughter, and I would like to be able to take him in an Uber comfortably and assist him at the doctor's office, at the grocery store where he can pick out his favorite groceries, which I provide for him.
All right, why can't that be done with GPS?
Well, go
No,
ahead.
no, no, she's on the witness stand. Why can't that be done with GPS?
Well, Your Honor, I've had no violations after 8.5 months on GPS.
No, my question is, why can't that be done with GPS?
Well, I have to put in 24 hours notice for any GPS needs.
Notice how the judge interrupts here. No. My question is, why can't that be done with classic judicial move, cutting through the emotions to get to the cold, hard facts? Judges don't want fluff, they want direct answers. And this line shows he's skeptical of removing safeguards,
Which I've been able to do successfully for any needs of my own. But Mr. Eloy Lopez sometimes thinks right at the moment that he might need.
All right, State, with regards to her testimony, do you have any questions?
How long have you been employed by Mr. Lopez?
Since January of 2024.
And so far, you've had no issues reporting to probation or to pretrial any type of trip that you take to help him out. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So far, you've been able to accommodate helping him while also being on GPS.
Made it happen. It's been difficult, but yes.
Nothing further to say.
All right, any other questions?
Well, Ms. Cotner, are you asking to be able to take him to other locations that you do not have access to right now?
Well, I have access to.
Well, in other words, you are in lockdown at home, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if he needs to go somewhere, you can't take him without permission. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Are you?
This part is crucial. She admits she can't take him anywhere without permission. So what she's really asking the court is for more freedom of movement. That's a big ask when you've got 8 prior. The defense is walking a fine line between sympathy and safety here.
Asking the judge to allow you to take him where he needs to go without having to contact pretrial services.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the court's suggestion. My suggestion is you all step back. I'm not going to remove GPS. The problem is, one, people in my court, I don't allow them to be home healthcare providers, and that's what she's doing. However, she's not been convicted of this.
And there it is, the gavel moment. The judge shuts it down, stays on. But notice, he gives a compromise, Work out a schedule that includes her caretaker duties. Smart move, he's balancing compassion for the elderly man while still keeping the public protected. Classic courtroom tightrope.
Offense for the court. So the occupation is her occupation. I'm assuming, hopefully, that the family knows her history before they hired her. So I'm not going to remove the GPS. Y'all need to step back and work on a schedule. And that will be her schedule because she is on partial